Hey everyone, it's your engineering gal Amy.
And I'm Ritza.
And today we're going to be talking about how to get your first job right out of college after graduation.
Yes, so we all know that sometimes it can be difficult to get your first job out of college, but today Amy and we're going to give you 5 tips in how to get an engineering job after graduation.
Tip number 1 is to have good internship experience.
It is very important to have internship experience before you graduate. That way you could put something on your resume. Something that could also be considered internship experience would be engineering projects that you did in your senior year, or also any engineering competitions.
So yeah, I would say internship experience is probably one of the most important things that an employer would look at. They want to see that you went out of your way to have experience in your field, and you can also use your previous internship supervisor as a reference, so that's also very helpful when applying to your first job right out of college.
Okay, so the second tip I believe is the most important tip that we're going to give you guys. It is very important for you guys to pass your EIT exam before you graduate. That way, it shows that you're taking initiative to pursue a professional engineering license. And if you guys don't know what the EIT stands for, it's Engineering and Training Exam. And that's an exam that you take before you could apply to take your PE exam, which is your professional engineering exam.
When you take your EIT exam, you want to make sure you put that on your resume. It really sets you apart from all the other applicants and shows that you took initiative and you're on your way to getting your PE license. So tip number 3 is to have a very strong, completed LinkedIn profile.
So having a strong LinkedIn profile is very important because you want to make sure that you have a professional presence online, and that's what LinkedIn's all about. You could also search up jobs, you could also network. Having a complete LinkedIn profile also entails having endorsements by either your classmates, your professors, or even the people that you worked with.
For LinkedIn, there's several sections that you can fill out. There would be your work experience, so you can put in your internship experience. You can also place your leadership experience on there too. And then you can also have, like Marissa said, you can put your skills on there that your colleagues can endorse.
Okay, so tip number 4 includes networking. Networking in conferences is very, very important. I know there's many people that are very new to the industry. Maybe you didn't get that internship during that summer and you're freshly new out in the market and you don't know anyone. So this is a really good tip, is to go to conferences and network. Network. It's very important. And you know, sometimes people talk about, well, how do you network, or what is networking? So for me, networking is going up to people and just having a conversation with them, asking for their business cards. And usually what I do when I'm networking is that I get their business cards, I email them, and I just introduce myself, and I just tell them like, hey, I met you in this conference. It was great to know you. I'm currently looking for a job. This is my history. I've attached my resume. Please let me know if you know of any engineering opportunities that I could apply for. So that is the power of networking.
So I would say this is when the LinkedIn comes into play, because a lot of the times when I've went to conferences and met people or any hiring managers, they've always asked me for my LinkedIn. So it's kind of like your electronic business card. It has all your contact information on there, your experience. It's your resume information is actually on LinkedIn as well. So that's a really useful tool when networking. And sometimes, you know, there might be situations where, let's say you've already graduated, but you have a friend that got a job. You know, stay in touch with your friends that you graduated from too, because sometimes they'll have openings within their department and they'll let you know like, hey, we're gonna be hiring soon, or hey, we have a position open, you might want to apply to it. And sometimes that's another way that you can get an engineering position right out of college. Tip number 5 is to have a complete and thorough resume and cover letter. And what you want to do is have people review your resume and cover letter. Have as many eyes look at your resume and cover letter so that they can help you improve on it. So you can also go to your campus career center or have your colleagues or professors even look at it. Or even if you're in an internship, you can have your supervisor look at your resume to make sure that it's good and ready to go.
Having a complete resume and cover letter is very important, but it is also important to tailor your resume and cover letter to specific positions that you're applying for. So usually a lot of us, we have just a general resume with all of our information, but if you're applying to different positions at the same time, you want to make sure that you're tailoring your resume to the position you're applying for.
So what does that mean? So that would mean looking at the job description and seeing what experience you have related to that and editing your resume to show that you have that experience and maybe highlighting some of those things in your cover letter. So we have one more bonus tip for you guys.
Another way that you could find an engineering job straight out of college is by being involved in organizations within your industry. For example, you could be in either leadership positions or you could volunteer at events. This really gives you the opportunity to network with people within your industry, and it's like kind of an informal way of you job hunting, and you're doing it in person, not necessarily online. Because I know sometimes when you're applying to jobs online, you could go into this black hole and you apply online and then you never hear back from them other than your confirmation of submitting your resume, but that's it, right? And then you never get a call back. So if you really want to work for this huge company and you know that they only accept online applications and you've applied and you haven't heard back, a tip for you is to get involved in organizations within your industry and trying to find someone that works for that company that you want to work for.
So I think that would be a really good tip, and that's why it was our bonus tip.
Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys like this video and let us know if you have any of your personal tips to share with us.
Let us know if you have any questions that you would like us to answer in any future videos.
Follow us on Instagram and make sure to use our hashtag EngineeringGals on your next post.
Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button because we're always thinking of new ideas to put on our channel, and hit that notification bell so you guys get notified of the next time we upload. Thanks for joining,
and we'll see you guys in our next video.
Bye!